curved rather than a line. So the captain will be here. Captain, please. All right, captain. And then please, when we have it in the curve, Good morning, everyone. We are really excited for day two of this tournament. This is the first day for the Samsung Tigers. Day one was between the ENA Strikers and the Samsung Avengers, which was an incredible contest. I don't know if you saw it live on YouTube and all, but we really enjoyed it and I really enjoyed commenting on it. And today I'm looking forward to see what the Tigers can do. So before we proceed, I would like to invite Mr. Samaung and Mr. Park for the opening ceremony. Good morning, everyone. A quick ribbon cutting ceremony. Yeah, from here. Can we have a huge round of applause, please? Now, I request our guests to please come to the center for the toss, and we request our umpires and the two captains step forward. We'll have a quick word with the captains first. So, Samsung Tigers first match of the tournament. So, what are you looking forward? What was the talk within the team?
It's a first match for a tournament and we are representing Samsung CMT. So we are like taking it very light. We will give our natural game and try to do our best as possible so the team can win.
Perfect, perfect. So we're looking forward to a very exciting contest. Thank you so much. So before the toss, we'll quickly have a chat. So what are you looking forward to? It's a must-win match for the Avengers.
First of all, I'm very thankful to all.
So let's have the toss. Since it's their first match, have them call. Okay, so you can flick the toss. That's the call. Heads as it is. Samsung Tigers wins the toss. So what do you want to do?
We'll pick to goal first.
Perfect. So this is what you wanted to do. Like even like I hear people saying this is the first time they're winning a toss. So were you prepared to bat as well?
Yes, absolutely. Like pitch is a little bit of wet today, so it will be better to bat first. But we are giving the opportunity to opponent to bat first, and we have the batting bowling unit as a bat, bowling unit as a strong point. So we are first try to stop them up to the level of the target so that we can chase it easily.
Thank you so much. Best of luck. Thank you. Let's have our guests quickly meet each and every team member. So please, if we can have the guests step forward once more. And I would request the captain to please introduce your teammates.
ना मैं तो खा रही
खाना बनाएगा?
हूँ
बनाई ना?
मैंने बनाई। कैसे
दो बनाई ना आप?
हाँ भगोना में, दूसरे भगोना में बनाई यार। तुम्हारे साथ में यार गद्दारी में कभी यही नहीं कभी।
Thank you, everyone. Let's head back to the pavilion and then we will get shorter. Before that, I'm really sorry. We would request for the national anthem.
द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Samsung's team is here to astound. From the pitch to the boundary line, watch our champion shine. What a design! 6-4. We want more. To the ground. To the ground. With power and might, and success, shining so bright from morning to evening. We give it our all, standing tall, never to fall. The bowler is ready, the batsman is dead, wicket is falling, that's a sure bet. Come on, let's raise the sound. Samsung's team is here to astound. The pitch to the boundary line, watch our champion shine. What a design! 6-4. We want more. To the ground. Like a well-built project, our strategy is strong. In the game of cricket, we belong. With every single run, we're on our way. Samsung ENA is here to stay. The fielder is having their catch in the air. The crowd is going wild. Beyond compare. We are the builders, the makers of dreams. On the field of battle, a powerful team. United we stand, together we play for the glory of the game. Come on, man. Come on, let's raise the sound.
One email. Bluetooth mode. FM mode. One email. Bluetooth mode. Connected.
Champion, we are real champion. Go back different in our cause. Yeah, we need them to match some ball. We love soca and dancehall. We love cricket and football. From a dance and a mind in the call. Champion, champion, every journey and every hard man. Champion, champion, every victory and every great hand. Champion, champion, every journey and every hard man. Champion, champion, Beanie a champion, Bounty a champion, Marshall is a champion, Bunchy is a champion, Pollard is a champion, Lara is a champion, Gail is a champion. Don't forget Michael Jordan, Obama a champion, Mandela a champion, Serena a champion, Wendy a champion, Shelly a champion, 958 Bolt a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows it, Bravo a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows Chris Gayle is a champion. Chris is a champion.
जब हर सुबह आप लेते हैं एक स्मार्ट चॉइस विद हार्वेस्ट गो
낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 나는 선호해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그 선호해 커피 식히고 전에 원샷 때리는 선호해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선호해 그런 선호해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 아름다워 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 지금부터 내생까지 가볼까 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 섹시 레이디 오빤 강남스타일 성숙해 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 여자 이때다 싶으면 묶었던 머리 푸는 여자 가렸지만 웬만한 노출보다 야한 여자 그런 감각적인 여자 나는 선호해 점잖아 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 선호해 내가 되면 완전 미쳐버리는 선호해 Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style.
ये भाई डाल दीजिए।
कुछ नहीं चेक कर रहे थे।
डाल दीजिए।
आ गई आइए देख इमरान आ गए क्या
ऊपर से तो नहीं गया।
अरे ऊपर से देखे ऊपर से तो नहीं लिया ऐसे तो लग रहे हैं ऐसे
आ गई नहीं आई।
Welcome to day 2 of the Samsung Intercompany Cricket Tournament. An exciting contest is in our hands. Samsung Tigers versus Samsung Avengers. A must-win match for the Avengers. Last match of the group stages. The Tigers have won the toss. Tigers have won the toss and they have elected to bowl first. We have an exciting matchup on our hands. As mentioned before, the Tigers look quite confident during the toss presentation. Beautiful presentation ceremony in the morning. The start time was delayed a little today. Day 2. For this beautiful tournament, the sun shining upon us. The Avengers on day 1 lost to the ENA strikers. The Avengers have a massive task on their hands today. An entertaining first over so far. The bowling has been on point. But a beautiful boundary in the beginning by Vikram Singh. He's been a prolific batter for the Avengers so far. Even in the first match, he was the aggressive force, but Sanjay Singh was definitely the person on the other end who was supporting Vikram as much as possible. Sanjay Singh, in the last game, played the first ball and the last ball. Again, a big heave towards the mid-wicket region. It will only be a single so far. At the end of the over, a great start for the Avengers. Decent, has been on point. 5 runs for no loss. Devi Singh Bhati comes into the attack. For the Samsung Tigers, we have a left arm bowler, left arm fast. So we can definitely expect some heat here from Devi Singh Bhati. Down the leg side, rushes back to the boundary rope. But they have a man protecting the boundary down the fine leg region. Seven runs are on board for the first over. Sanjay Singh facing his first legal delivery. Let's see if Sanjay can be the same dominant force that we saw in the first game. Another one down the leg side. This can be a little troublesome. They have a good protection down in the fine leg region for exactly the same purpose. The left armer seems to be getting a little more in swing into the right-handed batter. And is drifting away. And giving the Avengers a few extra runs that they will definitely not mind at this point. It will just help their run rate as much as possible. A great ball to begin with, a thick inside edge onto the pads. Great first up delivery, to be honest. Like, this was his first legal delivery, and he will definitely be excited that this delivery was on point, and this is the kind of Devi great fielding by the Tigers so far. Really enticing contest we have on our hands. The Avengers versus the Tigers. Tigers definitely seemed extremely confident during the toss and selected to bowl first. Another one down the leg side, another wide being called there. These extras are becoming a little too costly for the Tigers at this point, because as we all know, extras do seem to just tally up the target as much as possible, and then it can be the deciding factor at the end. Vikram, the danger man, is back on strike. He struck a beautiful 40 plus in the first game of the tournament. Again, a massive in swing, but gets on the pad. Big shout. And no, says the umpire. Another beautiful delivery. Tries to go for a big back foot punch. Mistimes it completely. It's back to the bowler. He's been great bowling so far whenever it has been on his mark. Devi Singh Bhati been bowling pretty well, especially when it matters. Again, tries to go for that big hit. Gets a thickest inside edge and races away to the boundary ropes for a boundary. This is the kind of Vikram Singh that we know. And this was the task that Vikram Singh had in the first game. Till the time Vikram was in the center, it was anyone's game. last delivery of the over coming up, 16 runs. A big hit crosses the 30-yard circle and crashes into the boundary for a 6. What a maximum. A very expensive over to begin with. At the end of the 22nd, at the end of the second over, we are at 22 for no loss. Current run rate is at 11 at this point. If they can maintain this, they can definitely see a score above 200.
भाई तो तू तेरा सुबह फोन भी नहीं
फोन ऑफ करके चार्ज में लगा दिया था हम
The
लोग
run
उठ जाएंगे
chase for
उठ
the
ही ना पाए
Avengers,
हम
ENA
ऐसे
strikers
आपके
will
साथ
definitely be above a notch.
अब
at
नहीं
that
हो
point.
गया आपको
But here it's anyone's game. The Tigers and the Avengers seems pretty parallel at this point. Let's see if we can get a few glory events from this match. Last game we saw a beautiful 100 by Shadendra. Tries to go for the big lead. Another wide coming up. New bowler into the attack, continuing with his second over. Is Manpreet Singh. Gets a good bounce, good shot, slashes it hard, is racing away to the boundary rope, but it has been done well by the fielder. Will only be a couple runs. The way this duo bats is really inspiring to see. One likes to rotate the strike, whereas one likes to hit it big. The ideal partnership when it comes to the opening pair. Again, tries to go big. The fielder does well at the long off region. Saves a couple runs for his team there. If this is the kind of cricket these teams can bring, then it is a contest that we are dearly looking forward to. Again, a massive hit, thrashes through the boundary ropes for a beautiful four. A great shot there by Sanjay. Pierces the fielders and was rushing towards the boundary ropes. What a beautiful, a glorious hit there. As I was mentioning that Vikram is usually the powerhouse of this partnership, we see Sanjay bringing some glory to the batting duo. Beautiful day today here at the Oval Cricket Stadium here in Noida. Again, a beautiful hit there. Rushes to the mid-wicket region, will only be a single. This is really smart batting here from Sanjay. He knows that he has already gotten a boundary off of this over. So a single will definitely put the pressure back on the Tigers, because now the danger man Vikram is back on strike. Let's see what Vikram can do here. Can he hit it big on this over? Tries to go for a big hit. Misses it completely. The ball did not bounce as much there. Grips onto the surface a little bit, for a little too long. Wicket seems to be holding up a little bit. Again, tries to go for that big hit. Just misses the fielder and races away to the boundary ropes for a four. An expensive over this. At the end of the third over, it is 34 for no loss. What an explosive start to this innings. Vikram is already batting a beautiful innings of 20 off of 14 deliveries. He has hit 3 boundaries and 1 6, a beautiful strike rate of 142. But keep in mind, Sanjay is no less. He's only faced 4 deliveries and he is already at 7 with that sole boundary. With that boundary, oh my God, what a beautiful drive that was in the previous over. The fourth over is now coming up. Experienced batting duo this. We know that Vikram and Sanjay hold a lot of responsibility on their hands. The Avengers seem to have a very good opening partnership, but the middle order has been crumbling, especially in the last game. Let's see what the middle order can do here. I'm sure he will be looking for a few big runs on the board as well. Last game, ENA posted a mammoth total of above 200. And the Avengers were really short at that point, but Sanjay was decisive the pick of the batters in the first game. He has been the highest run scorer for the Avengers. First, he'll be coming up. Quick change in the bowling duo. The cover field does really well. Harish Singh Bish, the new bowler, into the attack, the right arm fast bowler. Sanjay respected that delivery beautifully. Harish is on the mark from the first delivery. Second delivery coming up, has a beautiful run up there. Misses it completely, just misses the outside edge. Everyone was extremely excited to see Sanjay had nicked it. Sanjay was disappointed as well because he knows that he can use this pace to get a few more boundaries in the power play. The power play is crucial here. In any T20 game, the power play is extremely crucial, as they know that this is where they can give a good momentum into the innings. The short game, a 20-over game, the 6 overs are crucial from ball 1. A big slash pierces the fielder, races to the boundary ropes, a fielder chasing behind it. What a glorious hit by Sanjay. His drives, his offside, he's really, really strong there. And gives the punishment that he was looking for. He used the pace extremely well, just gives it a direction, and the ball did the rest of the job. Races to the boundary ropes. What an incredible delivery, and what an incredible shot by Sanjay. In the last game, Sanjay was playing a very stable innings. He was relaxed in his approach, but now he's looking for a very enthralling and a very powerful innings here, because they know that if Vikram and Sanjay can give this team the boost that they need, they will be looking for a mammoth total. Incredible delivery this by Harish. He has been on the mark. Luckily, no extras have been given in this over. Last delivery of the over coming up. 39 runs of 3.5 overs. This is an exciting ground to be in. A little wet in the outfield because of the dew. We had a match here prior to this one. So the dew has definitely subsided. Tries to go for the big hit, misses it completely, gets the bottom end of the bat, races to the deep long on region fielder. Will only be a single. At the end of the 4th over, it is 40 for no loss. We are back in the com box. Another extra there. Davison party with his second over. Whenever he's on the mark, he's been bowling extremely well, but when he's missing the mark just like that, he's conceding a few extras. And unfortunately, the keeping hasn't been up to the mark as well. He has been leaving a few down to the fine leg region, which is giving them another extra run. Perhaps if Davison can control his swing a little, even if it means to bowl a slight bit slower, because whenever he's on the mark, he's really sharp. It's tough to score off a left-hander. Left-hander can definitely be dangerous if he can swing the ball into the right-hander, perhaps from the 4th, 5th stump line, and it can definitely then crash into the middle stumps. Again, tries to go for the big swing, but this time misses on the offside for another wide, and the wicketkeeper misses yet again. Another single being taken here. This becomes really expensive in the larger scheme of things. Keep that in mind. You get one run off of the wide, another run being scored by the team, and an extra delivery. Tries to go for the big hit, pierces the boundary for a beautiful four, just misses the fielders completely. What an incredible shot that was from Sanjay. No one was expecting that. Waited on the ball a little, pierces the fielders and crashes into the boundary ropes. What an incredible shot that from Sanjay. This is a great start for the Avengers. This is what they need. They know that this is a do or die match. They have to score the big runs, keeping in mind that the net run rate is also not in their favor. If they win this match, they have to win it big to give them a better chance. Ooh. Misses it. It's a thick inside edge. Was lucky on that occasion. Gets that shoulder off the bat, races to the gully region, but will be nothing there. This is better from Devi Singh. Getting that bounce off the surface because of the stall bowling arm. Gets good purchase off the surface. I guess spin is suiting Devi out better. Devi Singh. No run being taken on that occasion. Near the square leg region. A little bit fine towards fine leg to square leg. It does well to stop the ball. At the end of the 5th over, it is 51 for no loss. Projected score at this point is well above 200. Run rate decent and a beautiful 10.2. Sanjay Singh, pick up the batters in my opinion so far, because he has been hitting those drives to the dot. 16 runs for Sanjay Singh of his 12 deliveries, but 3 glorious boundaries in that 16. And Vikram has now taken a little bit of a backseat, a little bit of a breather. I guess if this was there in the first game, then they could have easily chased down the target against ENA strikers. Because Vikram can definitely hit the long ball when required. So 22 off of 18 deliveries for Vikram. 3 boundaries and 1/6. Strike rate of 122. He's playing the docile innings at this point. Sanjay Singh played a very slow innings in his first game, but here we're seeing a different beast altogether. First delivery of the 6th over coming up. Tries to go for that big hit, misses completely. Ball did not bounce at all off of the surface. Harish with his second over bowled a beautiful first over. He's the reason why the runs had dried up a little. He's ensuring that there are no unnecessary extra score during the innings. So what a great job by Harish with that first delivery. It's very close to taking the danger man out of the business. Connects and connects sweetly. What an incredible shot there. A maximum for Vikram Singh, a second maximum for him. This is what Vikram can do. If he connects big. And this is what he wanted to do in the first delivery as well. But that did not bounce, and this one did. He connected sweetly. Raced to the boundary ropes for a maximum. What an incredible hit that from Vikram Singh. This is the kind of batting we all love to watch. What a game of cricket we have in our hands, folks. Samsung Tigers versus the Samsung Avengers. Day 2 of the Samsung India Company Cricket Tournament is underway at the beautiful Oval Stadium between two giants in this tournament. Again goes for the third delivery. Gets that top edge. Slower delivery that, and the bowler does well. The danger man departs. Great change of pace that. What an incredibly smart bowler. He knew that Vikram will be going again for that big hit. He got that massive top edge and he finishes the job in grabbing a beautiful catch. It's very orthodox there, but this can be difficult when it comes to a pressure situation like this one. A great turn of events here for the Samsung Tigers. This is what they meant during the toss when they said that whatever target they may set, whatever they throw at us, we will take them down. The danger man Vikram had to depart after playing a beautiful knock. Vikram played a beautiful innings of 28 of 21 deliveries, gave that boost to the partnership. He knew that this was the last over of the power play, so he had to hit it big. He's trying to go for another maximum. This was definitely tough there for the Avengers because he was the powerhouse of the batting lineup. But worry not, folks. Sanjay Singh is still here in the middle. The second duo of this Avengers innings is now in the middle. Karan, the new batter, walks to the center and he will be facing his first delivery against Harish. He's been bowling beautifully today. Hasn't conceded many runs apart from that mammoth of a six there. Tries to go for that big hit. Great work there by the fielder. Stopped a very aggressive shot there from Karan. Karan is definitely excited to see that a fielder stopped that tracer bullet. But he will be happy that he connected on the very first delivery. Stayed back into his crease and tries to go for that big drive. Rish bowls it really well, misses the outside edge. Everyone is in disbelief. What an incredible delivery. He knew that he could have gotten Karan out on this one. Last delivery coming off for this over and off the power play, and the Avengers will definitely be happy with this power play. Granted that they did not want to lose that wicket of Vikram, the danger man, but still a beautiful power play for the Avengers, and Sanjay Singh is still in the middle and he has been batting incredibly well. It's really tough to get Sanjay Singh out, keep that in mind, folks. Oh, another change up in pace. A floater misses it completely. Karan had no clue where the ball was going. A great over from Harish. Gets that wicket of Vikram. At the end of the 6th over, it is 57 for the loss of that one wicket.
मैं मंडे को वापस उस पे रखा कहाँ है मिस्टी ने यहाँ दिख नहीं रहा भाई हेलो आजा आजा
Harish has been bowling really well there. Let's begin the 7th over with Sanjay back on strike. Left armer is back, gets a good glance to the mid-wicket region. Bad misfield will give them another run there. These misfields can definitely be costly there for the team. They already have a lot of extras conceded in the first few overs. Dev Singh with his 3rd over. He knows that he can perhaps get a wicket or two, but he has been the expensive of the bunch of bowlers so far. Economy of about 13. Glances at two, the final engine will only be a single no Karan, the new batter back on strike. Dev Singh can definitely target Karan here. He's the unset batsman, so definitely can bowl a few of his deliveries that he swings it back into the right-hander and get that possible LBW. Again, a beautiful delivery, defends it well. Karan just punches it back for a single. This will give Karan a lot of confidence. That punch was very, very authoritative and definitive. Great over so far. No extras coming. That will be a happy surprise for Dev Singh and the team. Tigers know that they have the batting power to chase any total down, but it is always happy coincidences the team can also get a low total on board. Again, tries to go for it. Misses it completely, gets the inside edge. It'll only be a single. The fine leg fielder has definitely been active today. He has had quite an eventful morning here at day 2 of the Samaung Intercompany Cricket Tournament. Sanjay has been batting incredibly well. Oh yeah, and as we say that Karan loses that wicket, we were just mentioning that Dev Singh can probably get the wicket of Karan because he was the unset batsman, the new batter in this pair, and he gets his first wicket. An expensive blow for the Avengers. They know that they need to build up a partnership. 2 wickets in succession. First one of the Danger Man Vikram and now of Karan. What an incredible delivery. The sheer pace completely beat the batter. We can see that team is entirely pumped up. They know that they have got this in the bag. 62 for the loss of 2 wickets. Janki Raman is the new batter in the middle, with a swaggerful cap being worn backwards. Looks like he's the stylish one in the Avengers crew. Let's see if he can bring that style into his batting as well. Very aggressive stance there, and a very aggressive bat lift as well. My goodness, misses it completely. No movement of the feet there for the new batter. loses a lot of bottom hand there. Perhaps if he can get it in his range, he can hit that long shot. As I was mentioning during the last over, Sanjay is an incredible batter. He scored 20 runs off of 15 deliveries. 3 glorious boundaries there. But the thing to keep in mind is he knows how to rotate strike. But at this point, does Sanjay need to take a little bit of responsibility and perhaps keep the strike to himself and look to hit the weaker delivery and rotate the strike towards the end of the over. At the end of the 7th over, we are at 62 for the loss of 2 wickets. A quick change up in bowling. The right-hander comes into the attack. A spinner down the leg side for a wide. Unnecessarily expensive when it comes to the extras, the Tigers. 13 wides off of the 7 overs, so that is definitely expensive. Another wide there. First one down the leg side, second one down the offside. Umpire has been pretty busy, stretching his arms out as much as possible to showcase a wide. First lead will be coming up off of the 8th over. Gets that first league delivery, bowls really well. Sanjay can only pushes to the mid-wicket region fielder. Fielder does well. The field has now opened up quite a bit because the boundary restrictions, the power play restrictions are now off. Tries to go for the big hit, swings it, fielder coming underneath it, misses it. 1 bounce to the fielder. Sanjay knows that he has to go big now because the run rate seems to be dropping on the team quite a bit. 2 wickets in quick succession. Has been getting warm here today in Noida. The new batter tries to go for that big heave again down the offside for another wide. 16th wide, I beg your pardon, for the Tigers. Now if they were 16 runs short, this would have been a very neck and neck contest, but at this point I guess the Avengers are slightly edging out the Tigers, but if they lose the wickets, if they get a few more wickets in quick successions, then we can see the Tigers bouncing back. And the Tigers do like to hunt, don't they? We all know that the Tigers are here to hunt and the Avengers are here to avenge their last defeat in the tournament. Tries to go for that massive swing, misses it completely. Janki Raman is definitely the kind of batsman who likes to hit the big ball. Tries to slash it across the offside, but misses it completely. These kind of batters usually hit or a miss. Exactly in that occasion, the feet were nowhere for the batter. Deceived in the spin. Sanjay, the experienced batter, wants to quickly let his partner know what is required of him. Goes down the leg side for another wide. Another wicket. Janki Raman has to walk back. He has to walk back for not at that point. The footwork was definitely not in the books there for Janki Raman today. Not his day at all. Disappointing walk back. And like we mentioned, the Tigers are bouncing back as much as possible. They're looking like they are on the prowl. Day 2 of the Samsung Intercompany Cricket Tournament. The Triseries between the ENA Strikers, the Samsung Avengers and the Samsung Tigers. Sanjay, like always, has been the pick of the batters so far. He's still in the middle. Likes to do it that way. Even in the first game, we saw his partners coming and going, but as Sanjay stayed till the very last delivery, just lost his wicket, trying to go for that sweep or the scoop in the first game. Prem Pal, the captain, comes through the middle. Great delivery to begin with. And just push it back to the fielder. Harish back into the attack. Great first up delivery. Harish has been the pick of the bowler so far. Tries to go for that big hit. Fielder does well in the mid-wicket region. Caught that bounce off of the surface. Prempal was quick to get back on his feet, but found the fielder there on that occasion. Definitely knows how to perhaps get a couple wickets. Harish caught the big wicket of the danger man, Vikram. Can he get another one off the captain? Beautiful shot there with the extra cover region fielder. Would only be a single. Sanjay has been batting really well so far. Like in the last delivery, just guides the ball for a quick single. Really good on his feet. Prem Pal, the captain, is now on strike. The keeper misses it completely, gets that single, another overthrow for another run, sloppy in the field for the Tigers there. Captain definitely not happy with that effort. First by the wicketkeeper, then the fielder with a wild throw. Good running between the wickets. They knew that this was an overthrow and they got that extra run. They know every run matters in this massive game, because the Avengers have to win this one to stay alive in the competition. A big outside edge gets the captain. What a beautiful wicket there by Harish. This is what we have been mentioning so far. Harish is the pick of the bowlers. A dangerous, dangerous delivery that gets that thick outside edge. The team is extremely happy there. Captain has to walk back. Harish being brought back into the attack and gets that beautiful wicket of the captain there. Ever since the first wicket fell, it has been a domino effect for the Avengers. One after the other, we can see the wickets falling. Extremely unfortunate this for the Avengers. New batter is now on strike. Dwarika. Let's see what Dwarika can do. Can he be the supporting fiddle to Sanjay, or will he be part of the domino in this collapse of the Avengers batting lineup? Tries to go for that big hit. First wide for Harish. What a bowler. He has been quick. He has changed the pace whenever that is required. He has been bang on the money when it comes to the line and length. Definitely the pick of the bowler is there for the Tigers. Tigers look like a very well-rounded team, and the Avengers so far have had a tough competition in this tournament. Another wide coming up, 2 consecutive extras. The extras can be a little costly for the Tigers, even though they have been getting wickets in quick succession. Dwarika Prasad is yet to face a legal delivery. Let's see if this can be it. Tries to go for the big drive, but a great change up in pace again, like I mentioned. A bit too agitated in the field there. So the fielding unit is cool, calm and composed. We see that wickets do fall on regular occasions. And at this point it has been a pretty bad nosedive for the Avengers after a very eventful power play. As we saw in the first game as well, after the first wicket fell, we saw a little bit of a collapse there for the Avengers. Again, tries to go for that punch. Great shot there by Sanjay. Again, the pick of the batters here for the Avengers. Gets a quick single. Gets Dwarika back on strike. At the end of the 9th over, we're at 75 for the loss of 4 wickets. Sanjay Singh is back on strike. 3rd over for Harish winds up now. It's a question of how the bowlers will be utilized in the rest of the overs and what will the captain do. Because so far he's used only 3 bowlers. Manpreet Singh, Devi Singh and Harish Singh. The Singh trio. All of them have bowled 3 overs each. Devi Singh has been very expensive, having conceded 33 runs off of 3 deliveries, but has gotten a wicket as well. Manpreet Singh also has gotten a wicket in his 3 overs and conceded 22 runs. And Harish Singh, the pick of the bowlers, 2 wickets for 20, an economy of only 6.6 in a T20 game. What an incredible bowler that. Let's see if we can see things take a turn for the better for the Avengers. As a new bowler comes into the attack, we have Sandeep with his first over. Spinner, very fast and aggressive spinner, great delivery there. Where has this rocket been so far for the Tigers? What an incredible first delivery to begin with. Just adjusting his field a little, the deep long on fielder was a little finer than expected. Getting him a little wide for that big hit against Sanjay. Sanjay respects the bowler when the bowler deserves it. He knows that he is a great bowler there, Sandeep. Very respectful. Sanjay just pushes the ball back. 3rd ball coming up. Gets that quick single. Will be looking for that double. Are they running? They're running well. This is a wild throw. A little bit slow. Great running between the wickets. Sanjay is extremely happy with that. 2 quick runs on the board there for Sanjay in this over. 3 great deliveries. He's very quick on the ball, Sandeep. Very short run up as well for a spinner. Pushes it for a quick single. Races to the fielder. Will only be a single down the cover region. Great bowling, great batting, great fielding. Great overall cricket here at day 2 of the Samaung Intercompany Cricket Tournament. The fielder has been brought up inside the circle at this point. Tries to go late on the ball there, Dwarika. Does well for a single. If they can rotate the strike like this, and perhaps in the last 5-6 overs, try to go for the big hits, then definitely they can put up a mammoth total. Last delivery coming off of this over. He has been very quick in his spell. This over went by like a breeze for the Tigers. What a great delivery. Pushes it. Great use of the wrist there. The deep long on fielder does well to keep the total only a single. At the end of the 10th over, it is 80 for the loss of 4 wickets. Run rate of 8. To a deep dive after the power play, and mainly after losing the wicket of Vikram. Vikram and Sanjay were a great duo during the power play and for the opening partnership. Gave quite a bit of stability to the team. But after that, we can see that the wickets are falling from only one end, and Sachin is still there. So we will be back after a quick drinks break.
कैची कहाँ है भाई? सब तुरंत अंदर में निकल रहा ठीक है। और तो यहाँ देखो मैं ठीक है।
At the end of the 11th over, it is 90 for the loss of 4 wickets. We're back in the com box after a quick break. Took a quick drinks break ourselves here. Beautiful debut of the Samsung Intercompany Cricket Tournament. Change of ends here in the middle. The bowling attack has been on point. The Dwarika and Sanjay are bringing up beautiful partnership in the middle. They're looking to drive the Avengers to a mammoth total. Run rate is at a respectable 8. At 30 extras, that is a bit of a concern because if we take the extras out of the equation, the Samsung Avengers would have been trading by a lot at this point. What an incredible over this has been for Sandeep. He's very quick in his overs, somewhat like Jadeja. Again, a very quick delivery for an off spinner. Giving no extra runs there at all. On the money from ball 1, Sandeep. And a bit of a loose delivery, guides it to the fine leg region for a 4. What an incredible delivery there. What a shot there for Dwarika. He will be definitely happy with that. And he'll be extremely confident with that hit. Unsettle the Tigers a little. And to unsettle Sandeep a little. Goes for that massive hit. Point region fielder does well, will only be a single. Could not capitalize on that full toss. Last delivery of the over coming up, 95 runs off of 4 wickets. The wickets have stopped. A lucky thing for the Avengers at this point. Goes for the big hit, down the ground, the fielder comes underneath it, and what an incredible catch, what work in the deep. The long on fielder does extremely well, he knew where the boundary rope was. The danger man, Sanjay, has to depart. That was a massive hit there. This is tough times for the Samsung Avengers. The Tigers are on cloud 9 with that wicket. The danger man, Sanjay, has to depart. He was the one who was holding the innings together for the Avengers. Let's see what the Avengers can do now, because this is a very big collapse here after that first wicket fell. This is the 5th wicket down for the Avengers. A beautiful partnership was building up between Dwarika and Sanjay. That was a massive, massive hit. On any other ground, that would have been a 6. The fielder, what an incredible catch that. That was the best catch of the match. Definitely will get an award for that. Sanjay has to depart after 27 over 28 deliveries. The strike rate dried up as well later on. The main thing were the 3 glorious boundaries during his innings. But now they're definitely in a state of bother. Dwarika Prasad has to play that brutal innings in the second half of this batting unit. Right arm medium, Abhishek Tyagi is now into the attack. Vipin Rawat, the new batsman. Let's see what Vipin and Dwarika can do. Can they build up a partnership that is decently required here for the Samsung Avengers? The Avengers need to avenge themselves at this point. Can they do it? Again tries to go for that big hit, misses it completely with a wide being called there by the umpire. The extras are definitely creeping up a bit. The extras are keeping the Avengers in the game. But if we take the extras out of the equation, another wide being called there by the umpire. Abhishek has to just calm his nerves a little bit. Here's a great action. Yes, turns it a little. Lands one bounce and goes to the fielder in the cover region. Quick single brings the new batter on strike, Vipin Rawat. Let's see what Vipin can do at this point. Can he take on the bowler? Here tries to go for that big hit, misses it completely. No ball being called there by the umpire. Will be a free hit. Can Vipin take advantage of the free hit? This is a chance for Vipin. Hit the long ball. Tries to go for that big hit. Misses it completely. Gets it on his thigh pad. Could not capitalize on that free hit at all. Vipin. Good couple of deliveries from Abhishek there. Gets the total up to 99. And with that single, the Avengers have crossed the 100-run mark. An innings that has been solidified by Vikram and Sanjay, and thanks to some extras from the Tigers team. Tries to go for that massive hit again, but misses it completely. Another wide being called there by the umpire. 34th extra there for the Tigers. They won't be happy with that effort. Change of ends for the bowler. Good shot there, misses the fielder completely. With an extra deep cover region fielder. The field set has been a little redundant in my opinion. Last couple deliveries coming off of this over. 103 runs already on board. Tries to go for that big hit to the long on region. Will only be a single, getting Dwarika back on strike for the final delivery of this over. Abhishek Tyagi, sixth bowler for the Tigers. Again tries to go for that massive cut, but misses it completely. Great bounce off of the surface. At the end of the 13th over, we're sitting at 104 for the loss of 5 wickets. The next 7 overs will be crucial for both the teams here. If they can get a quick innings started, then the Avengers can look at a total of perhaps in the ballpark of 160, 150. They will be very happy with that pass score. And the bowlers will have something to fight for in the second innings of this match. Day 2 of the Samsung Intercompany Cricket Tournament. We're here at the beautiful Oval Cricket Stadium. A late start for the proceedings today. We started at around 11 o'clock. We're close to the culmination of the first innings, and everyone will be looking forward to a beautiful final 7 overs of this innings. Can the Avengers take a massive stride forward in terms of the team total, perhaps get it across 150, 160, they will definitely be happy with that, and I know the bowlers will be happy with that, and they know that they can defend a total on the board, even a power total on the board. Tigers look very happy in the field. First 6 overs were completely lopsided towards the Avengers, but after that it has been a turn of events, and the Tigers are now in a comfortable leading position. Wide being called there by the umpire. Very quick off of the surface. The danger man is back into the attack for the Tigers. Harish is now back into the attack, bowling his final over. Change of end for Harish. If he can get this wicket here, of Dwarika especially, then the match is almost done and dusted. A good punch there from Vikram. A little bit of air time there, but only a single, bringing Dwarika back on strike. Dwarika has been playing a very sensible innings here in the larger scheme of things. The strike rate isn't as high as what is desired in a T20 contest, but he's becoming the pillar of this Avengers innings so far. Defends it well. His team is extremely happy with this bowling effort. The Tigers are looking to close up this innings below a par score. Very close there. Harish extremely animated on that occasion. He knew that if this wicket can go down, then that will be a proper collapse for the Avengers. 13.3 overs done, 106 for the loss of 5 wickets. Tries to go for that big swing, misses the fielders completely, races away to the boundary ropes. Can the fielder do well? Yes, he does. Third man region fielder cuts it up, will only be 2 runs there. Harish will be happy with that, because the fielders were inside the circle. A harder slash onto the ball would have definitely been a boundary on that occasion for Dwarika, and he is yearning for a boundary at this point, and the Avengers need a couple big hits. Dwarika goes for the big hit, finds the coverage in field, there will only be a single. At the end of the 14th over, it is 109 for the loss of 5 wickets. A big shot at the stumps, gets a quick single, and lead back into the attack for the Tigers. With his third over, very quick with his overs and very quick in the air as well. Good call, good running between the wickets by Dwarika. Very quick, lean and clear call there. He knows that running between the wickets is the requirement at this stage, because they are not able to get the boundaries off of the 2 bowlers. Let's see what Sandeep can do with the third delivery coming up. Tries to go for that big hit, misses it completely. Wide being called there by the umpire. Great delivery, gets the inside edge, rushes to the square leg region, will only be a single, gets Whippen back on strike. Dwarika is playing a decent innings of 16 off of 23 deliveries, scored 1 boundary there, and Whippen currently is playing at 4 off of 6 deliveries. Sandeep has been bowling incredibly well, gets a massive no ball there, will not be happy with that effort. He knows that he has been bowling well. He's been bowling pretty quick for an off spinner. A free hit there again for Whippen. Can he capitalize on this one? 2 gifts for Whippen in 2-3 overs. Tries to go for the massive hit again on the back foot. Misses it completely. They're thrashed onto the stumps. But luckily it was a no ball. So Whippin gets another life. Lucky for the Avengers here. But they need all the luck that they can get their way. Because they're trailing when it comes to the pass score. They need a couple big innings. Oh, very close there. Right in the block hole for Whippin. Somebody extremely animated in the field. Jersey number 56. Conceded only 15 so far. Last delivery of the over coming up. Great shot there. Pierces the fielder for a beautiful boundary. Dwarika knows what was required. He is the pillar of the Avengers innings. First it was Vikram, then Sanjay, and now Dwarika stepping up. Beg your pardon, Vipin with that beautiful boundary. This will give a lot of confidence to Vipin. Radhe, the new bowler, right arm fast, comes into the attack. Dwarika, the pillar, is now on strike. Beautiful tri-series between the ENA strikers, the Samsung Tigers and the Samsung Avengers. First match between the ENA strikers and the Samsung Avengers was won by the strikers. The Avengers in a do-or-die situation here to stay alive in the tournament. Last league match for the Avengers coming up. Tries to slash his hard, but misses it completely. Yet again, it's been sort of a copy-paste kind of a situation here for Dwarika. Again, tries to slash it hard. Yet again, gets good bounce off of the surface and gets good speed off of the surface as well. The keeper does well to collect it cleanly. Little unorthodox in his keeping style there. Wide being called by the umpire. Even if they go wicket to wicket, this is great bowling for the Tigers. Tries to go for that punch, misses the coverage and fielder, misfield, and will concede a single. Vipin is now the batter on strike. Dwarika will definitely not be happy with those couple heaves that he tried in the first few deliveries, because he knows that they need a boundary at this stage. Great delivery from Radhe there. Misses Vipin completely. Clearly collected by the keeper yet again. The keeper is now coming into action. Great running between the wickets there by the pair. At the end of the 16th over, it is 123 for the loss of 5 wickets. 4 crucial overs coming up now. Can the Avengers get the total up to 160 or even 150 at this point? They can give their bowlers something to defend that. Scorecard so far hasn't been very attractive for the Avengers. Vikram scoring 28, Sanjay scoring 27, Karan scoring single, Janki Raman and Prempal scoring knots, Dwarika at 19 and Vipin at 9, and Vipin is the batter back on strike. Spinner comes into the attack, tries to go for that big hit, mid-wicket region fielder cuts it off, will only be a single there. Will be a little disappointed there because that was a good delivery to perhaps score their first boundary in quite a long time. Dwarika back on strike, playing a decent innings of 19 of 27 deliveries, one boundary so far. He will be looking to capitalize on this over because spinner is looping the ball up a little. Again, loops it up, has to go for that big hit, misses it completely, gets the inside edge, it rushes to the fine leg region field. There will only be a single there. Vipin is now back on strike. 125 on board, another 25 to 35 runs required to get it to a pass score. And then the bowlers can have something to defend. Loops it up, Vipin misses it completely, but a wide being called there by the umpire. 40 extras in this innings of 125 will be a point of concern. Great slash there. Goes to the gully region, will only be a single, gets Dwarika back on strike. The single doubles won't do it anymore because they need a few big hits to give a powerful blow at the later stages of their innings. Wide being called there. Extras have been pretty costly for the Tigers. Because if we get the extras out of the equation, it's only 80-85 runs that have been scored off of the bat. Another wide there. The bowler is losing his line completely in the last couple of deliveries. And Dwarika will be looking to capitalize on it because the bowler is now certainly pressurized. Tries to go for that big hit, gets a slash done, races to the point region fielder, will only be a single, getting Vipin back on strike. This has been a very docile inning so far for the Avengers. Not too many flurries, not too many boundaries or maximums. Vipin tries to go for that big heave, wide, another single being taken. They will be happy with that, also with that extra delivery. They desperately want a boundary in this over. At least one boundary per over can get them to a very good total. And tries to go for that big heave, misses it completely. Wicketkeeper does well. Couple more deliveries left off of this over. Again, good shot there. Will only be a single. Fielder does well. The extra cover, deep extra cover region fielder. At the end of the 17th over, we are sitting at 134 for the loss of 5 wickets. Was a little expensive, that last over. Four extras have already been completed by the Tigers. 37 wide, 3 no balls and 4 byes. And a tally of 44. Vipin Rawat playing a beautiful innings of 11 over 14 deliveries. And Dwarika Prasad playing another beautiful innings. The pillar of this middle order batting lineup for the Avengers at 23 over 31 deliveries. Avengers, if they can get these 20s into the 50s, like Vikram was playing at 28, Sanjay was at 27, Dwarika at 23, if they can bring this up to perhaps a 40 or a 50, then they can be looking at a beautiful total, even if only 3 overs remain. Radhe comes back into the attack. Dwarika, the pillar, on strike. Facing the first delivery of Dwarika of the 18th over. Beautiful delivery. Gets that top his shoulder. Running to the point region will only be a single, getting Vipin back on strike. The fielding team does well to just keep it down to a single. Ravi has been bowling a very decent landing length throughout his 2 overs so far. Second ball coming off. Short run up for of us bowler. Very lanky build. Gets a good shot. Long off region comes into action. Will only be a single. Dwarika definitely wanted that second. And no, says Vipin. But a good call there by Vipin at the end, because that was definitely only a single. Dwarika is at this point desperate for a few more runs to come up on the board. Again, a good delivery there. Respects it. Quick single. Somebody in field has to be a little more proactive there if he wants to stop that. He is really inside the circle and close to the batters. If he can stop that single and create a little more pressure on the batters, they can get a couple more wickets and end the innings cheaply for the Avengers. Vipin misses it completely. No footwork there from Vipin on that account. Tries to chase the ball with his bat. Wanted to slash it as hard as possible. Tries to get that gap between the deep point and that deep extra cover fielder. Again tries to go for that massive hit. Nothing doing. The ball and the bat are miles apart. The keeper has been pretty active in this over and has been doing well, not giving any extra runs. Radhe has been bowling superbly. Great field placement there. Middle wicket fielder really onto the batters. At the end of the 18th over, we're sitting at only 137 off of 5, only 2 runs scored off of that last over. Now in 2 overs, can they really bring the target up, because they have to hit it big? Can they get the total up to 160 or 165 to put up a respectable total that the bowlers can somewhat defend to? Sandeep with his last over coming up. Sandeep has been bowling beautifully when it comes to this match. Very quick in the air for a spinner. Almost at the pace of some of the bowlers, the fast bowlers, yeah. Again, a wide there, another extra coming up, and another run being scored off of that wide. Somebody will not be happy with that effort. He has been very economical so far in his 3 overs. An economy of 7 is very respectable in the larger scheme of things for Sandeep. Tries to go for that big, he misses it completely. Vipin has been missing everything that has been in the arc. But I'm sure when he connects, he will connect big. There's a massive gap there in the mid-wicket region between the long on and the mid-wicket fielder. Get a thickish bottom edge. Will only be a single. Square leg fielder does well to keep it down to a single. Dwarika now back on strike. He has been facing Sandeep quite a bit in his previous 3 overs. So can he take charge and perhaps get that much needed boundary in the 19th over? Gets that top edge up in the air, fielder coming underneath it, 3 people converging, misses it completely. There's a massive collision in the middle. I hope the fielders are well. The cover region fielder, the bowler and the wicketkeeper were rushing for the same ball. Clear calling is very crucial in the field when it comes to such kind of deliveries and a compact field setup. There's no call there. Luckily, Sandeep as well, because he took quite a massive tumble there. He's flicking his knee a little, hope everything is alright. Doesn't seem like it. The knee is bothering him. And he wants a change up in the bowling. He's not going to risk it. That is definitely a good call to not risk it, Sandeep, but beautiful 3 overs so far. 3.5 overs to be precise. Sandeep wants to walk off the field. With that tumble, gave him a slight niggle. She'll not be happy with. He's kicking the field a little. Hope that knee is all right. That was a hard fall. This is a hard surface that we are playing on. Sandeep has to walk back. Great bowling effort from Sandeep in his 3.3 overs. He conceded only 23 runs, took that 1 wicket, and an economy of 6.5. Great job, Sandeep. We are looking for a speedy recovery and for you to be back in all action in the next game, next Saturday, between the ENA Strikers and the Samaung Tigers from the Noida Cricket Stadium. Three more balls to be finished off. 19th over. Gets a good strike. Long on fielder does well to keep it to a double. Mix up in the middle. And that's an unfortunate run out there by Vipin. Proper mix up in the middle. A proper blunder there by the batting duo. They were doing so well when it comes to running between the wickets. Vipin and Dwarika were batting extremely well. They know that they were crunched for runs. That is why this blunder took place. They were desperate for runs, perhaps a boundary. And an unfortunate wicket there. Vipin has to depart. Played a beautiful innings of 14 off of 21 deliveries, strike rate of 66, and that beautiful boundary near the point region. A great knock there, really solidified the innings for the Avengers, which was looking to tumble before the 20 over quarters. 142 for the loss of 6 wickets. Rohan is the next batter in. 18.4 overs on 142 runs on board, 6 wickets down. Dwarika tries to go for that big heave, will only be a single. The mid-wicket fielder is in action. Only keep it down to a single. Rohan, the batter, new batter on strike for the final ball of the 19th over. Again tries to go for that big heave, misses it completely. Now Dwarika is back on strike for the final over of this innings. 143 on the board for 6 wickets at the end of the 19th over. Let's see what Dwarika can do in the last and final over with Radhe coming back into the attack. He was very economical in his last over, conceded only 2 runs. There can Dwarika get the total up to 150, 155 to give the bowler something to defend at. Rohan back on strike. Will only be a single, gets it inside edge. Dwarika back on strike, 145 on board. Perhaps 5-6 runs more are required at this stage to get a par score on board. Has to go for the massive hit. Radhe does well, connects it cleanly. Overthrows are very costly here. Rohan now back on strike. Number 18. Can he do something glorious like the number 18 batters? Kohli, for example. Last 8 deliveries. Can a couple boundaries come up and take the tally? Cross the 150 mark. 146. Tries to go for that big heave. Misses it completely. The run rate dried up completely after the power play because of the quick wickets that have been falling across the innings. Tries to go for the big hit, fielder coming underneath it, misses it completely, races to the boundary ropes, brings up the 150 for the Avengers. What an incredible strike from Rohan. This is what was required in the innings. Gets to 150, a sigh of relief for the Avengers. 150 for the loss of 6 wickets, and the last delivery is now coming up for the over. Rohan will be looking for another boundary there. Tries to hit it big, a wide being called there, a gift from Radhe to Rohan and to the Avengers. 151 on board. Can he finish off with a massive 6? Radhe for his final delivery of the innings. Misses it completely, Rohan. Radhe gets his first. What an incredible innings this has been. Great batting, great bowling, great fielding. At the end of the 20 overs, we're sitting at 151 for the loss of 7 wickets. 152 is the target for the Samaung Tigers. Can they chase it down, or do the Avengers have something in the bank to give a massive upset to the Tigers? The Avengers, it's a do or die match for the Avengers. They will be definitely wanting to finish it off quickly and cheaply for the Tigers. The Tigers, they know that they've got this in the bag. They've bowled incredibly well. Can they bat equally well? Can they again give an offset to the Avengers and end their journey here at the Samsung in the Company Cricket Tournament? We will be back with the second innings, 152 to chase in the stipulated 20 overs. We will be back shortly.
कितनी देर मारा कहाँ पे अरे उन्हें ध्यान नहीं दिया
man, Davy has to depart. The innings now crumbling at this stage. 14.5 overs done, 82 for the loss of 4 wickets. Beg your pardon, at the end of the 15th over, it is 82 for the loss of 5 wickets. Tigers require 70 off of the next 5 overs. And folks, we have 2 fresh new batters in the middle. So this is going to be extremely challenging for the Tigers because the 2 dangerous batters have now departed. Current run rate of 15.47. Manpreet currently in the middle. Scored 8 off of his 6 deliveries with a 1 beautiful boundary right back behind the bowler. Vipin now comes back into the attack for his final over. He's going at runner ball. Conceded 18 runs off of 3 overs. Again, a beautiful delivery. Pushes it to the cover region fielder. Will be only a single because of that fumble. The captain Prempal is definitely not happy with himself. He knows that that could have been a wicket. Could have been very close, to be honest. Niladri, the new batter in the middle. With a strong and big build. Can definitely hit the long ball. Let's see what can he do there. Tries to hit it big, misses it completely. The keeper, for the very first time, fumbling a little. Great backup there by the fine leg fielder. With 83 runs on board, 69 required, off of 29 deliveries. Has to be a very explosive last 5 overs at this point. Misses it completely. Keeper a little too quick on that occasion. Keeper misses a couple opportunities there in the last couple of deliveries. Manpreet has to take the load on himself. Has to score the majority of the runs at this point. 69 runs are now required. 68 runs are now required off of 27 deliveries. A massive slash goes to the third man region, will only be a single. $85 runs on board, lost 5 wickets. Still the 100 hasn't come up, so they're definitely in the state of bother. A big shout there. And a big wicket falls again for not a duck for Niladri. Beg your pardon, he scored just 1 run. He opened up his account, but has to depart. A flurry of wickets are falling now after a beautiful partnership between Devi and Harish. We're seeing a proper collapse in terms of the batting order. 15.5 overs done. It is 85 for the loss of 6 wickets. 67 runs are still required off of 25 deliveries. The new batter walks to the middle to join Manpreet. Manpreet losing partners quicker than the daylight falls upon us. Pradeep, the new batter, comes into the middle. Pretty lanky build there. Vipin versus Pradeep tries to go for that big hit. Mistimes it completely. Vipin cleanly collects it. At the end of the 16th over, it is 85 for the loss of 6 wickets. Vipin finishes beautiful quarter of 4 overs with conceding only 21 runs, and he took up a crucial wicket as well. Economy of 5.25, they will be very, very happy with that. Four overs are now remaining. 67 runs are required for the Tigers. Seems to be pretty lopsided at this point. Tries to go for that big hit. Clears the 30-yard region fielder. Races to the boundary ropes for a 4. What an incredible shot that from Manpreet. Manpreet is taking the challenge upon himself. He wants to see his through. He wants to see his team win it. In a way, if they win this match, they will definitely proceed on to the finals, which will be then against the ENA. Good shot there by Manpreet. 2 runs being taken. Very unfortunate there. Twarika has that shoulder problem, so could not go for the overhand throw. Underhand throw. Pretty weak throw, to be honest, from someone who is feeling so far deep outside the 30-yard circle. Slight push towards the point region, Kali region. Will only be a single there. Tries to go for the big hit. Mistimes it a little, will only be a single. Manpreet now wants to be on strike as much as possible. 93 runs are on board. Tries to go for that big hit. Finds the fielder. Tries to go for the 2. Has to be very quick and is very quick. Thanks to Pradeep's lanky bird, he is really quick between the wickets. Good call there by Manpreet. He knows that he has to be the one who has to be on strike as much as possible. Take the brunt of the deliveries now. He's scored quite a bit, to be honest. 19 runs scored off of 13 deliveries. Make that 20. And make that 21. Great running between the wicket for Manpreet and Pradeep. They are calling well, they're taking their time, they are sprinting as hard as possible. At the end of the 17th over, it is 97 for the loss of 6 wickets. The Tigers need 55 runs in 3 overs. A big, big task this. But can Manpreet really take it to the cleaners in the next 3 overs? Can he make it challenging for the Tigers, for the Avengers, I beg your pardon? Ravi comes back into the attack. He picked up that crucial wicket in his last over. Prempal bowled that beautiful last over, 3 overs for 20. Got no wickets, unfortunately. Ravi very slow in the air, so deceives the batsman almost. Does well to keep it down to a single. Manpreet back on strike. 98 runs on board now. Couple more runs are required to bring up the team 100. That will be task number 1 for sure. Tries to go for that big swing again. Will only be a single. Fielder is quick onto the ball. Does extremely well. Keep it down to a single. 99 on board for the Tigers. Pradeep, the batter, on strike. Can he perhaps look for a couple boundaries, especially in the leg side region? Seems to be pretty open. That is what I was talking about. Great shot there. Races to the boundary ropes towards the gong box for a 4. What an incredible hit. With that, the 100 comes up on the board. 103 for the loss of 6 wickets. This is what was required. There was a massive gap between the mid-wicket region and the fine leg region. And Pradeep used it to full use, waited on the ball as much as possible, and just guides it towards the boundary rope for a 4. A welcome boundary for the Tigers. 17.3 overs done to bring up their 100. 49 runs are now required off of 15 deliveries. Has to be a very flourishing innings, to be honest. A wide being called there. That can be happy blessing for the batting duo and for the batting team side there. 48 runs required off of 15 deliveries now. Can either Pradeep or Manpreet. Yes, that is what was required, but unfortunately there's a fielder placed just for that shot. Will only be a single. Manpreet back on strike. We've already seen that he can hit it big. Perhaps we need a couple more boundaries here in this over. These two were perhaps sent a little bit up the order. We could have had a pretty exciting run chase on our hands. The Tigers, I think, took it a little too lightly, especially in the beginning, and now they are in a state of bother completely. So 47 runs are required off of 14 deliveries now, off of 13 deliveries. Tries to go for the big heave, gets the upper edge, lands in the no man's zone. 2 runs being taken on that occasion. Great running between the wickets. At the end of the 18th over, it is 107 for the loss of 6 wickets. Tigers need 45 runs in the next 12 deliveries. 2 overs 45 is a mammoth ask. 22.5 required run rate. They need a massive over. These 3, 4 sixes are required now to keep them alive in this game. Can Pradeep or Manpreet do it? Manpreet definitely has shown us that he can, but we are yet to see a maximum from the duo. Only 3 boundaries amongst the pair in front of us right now. 107 off of 6. Tries to go for the massive hit. Will only find the fielder, will only be a single in the long on region. Field placement is spot on. Rohan, the tall man there, keeps it down to a single. Manpreet, the danger man, is on strike now. A very loopy bowler. And you take him on. Oh, as I was mentioning, he's a loopy bowler. Bowls a really quick one. Captain Prem Pal with his final over. What a great delivery. Pushed into the batter. Nothing could have been done at that point. Great bowling so far. Manpreet now back on strike. 110 runs already on board. But this is getting very concerning at this point. What a beautiful way of dismissing Manpreet, the danger man. He knew that he would want to get down the wicket, bowls it a little wide. The keeper does extremely well, and he's very quick with its stumping. What a great turn of events. The Avengers now looks like to be done and dusted. 111 on board for the loss of 7 wickets, only 3 wickets left. 9 balls remaining, 41 runs are still required. The danger man, Manpreet, has to require a big round of applause for Manpreet. He did bat incredibly well, especially with that GoPro on. Side of the sea, what kind of videos you can see. What a great delivery to begin with to the new batter, Dharmendra Kumar. On strike number 45 here. Very unorthodox stance there. Tries to go for the big hit, hits it, connects it really well, but a fielder is placed just for that protection. Great bowling so far from Prem Pal. Got his first wicket of the match. Tries to go for that big hit again and clears the boundary rope for a four. Pradeep comes into the action. What an incredible boundary that. Perhaps a little too late at this point. At the end of the 19th over, it is 116 for the loss of 7 wickets. Last over coming up. And guys, guess what? We need 6 sixes to win the match. 6 sixes are required for the Tigers to win this contest. Can they do it? Let's see. Tries to go for that massive hit, doesn't connect it. Is this done and dusted for the Tigers? The Avengers have crept through. My goodness, folks, it seems to be done and dusted at this point. Only 3 deliveries are now remaining. Smooth sailing till the end for the Avengers. This will help their run rate quite a bit as well. Now Avengers will be definitely looking forward to the contest between the ENA Strikers and the Tigers. The Strikers win that comfortably. And the Avengers and the Strikers will meet again in the finals at the Noida Cricket Stadium. Tries to go for that hit right into the hands of the captain. What a great turn of events there. Beautiful catch. "32 runs still required, and the balls are done and dusted." Last ball coming off this match. A very exciting innings so far. Completely lopsided. And the Avengers have done really well in their bowling unit. Incredible bowling this by the Avengers. Final ball coming off of this over and for the match. Tries to go for that big hit. Will only be a single, and with that, the Avengers have done it. The Avengers have finally won their first match on day 2 of the Samsung Intercompany Cricket Tournament. What an incredible effort by the fielding group. The best part about the innings has been the tight bowling and the incredible fielding. They did not get too many extras. What a beautiful way to end the match. In both our games, in day 1 and day 2, we saw the teams batting first have won. And with that, we will meet again for day 3 of the Samsung Intercompany Cricket Tournament, where the EMA Strikers take on the Samsung Tigers. The Tigers will have another chance at redemption. If they win that next match, then it will be game on between the 3. We'll see whoever has the best strike with the best net run rate will qualify. Thank you everyone. We had a beautiful day of cricket here between the 2 teams. A big congratulations to
the Samsung Avengers, and we will be back with the post-match presentation.
well, and we'll try to defend next game with the ENA, so that we can compensate the tournament as a whole unit, and we'll try to like reduce the overall extras that we had. That was like 47 runs. That took the match a bit far from our side, and the score was a bit up from that. So we will try to cover that up so that we can compete in the particular match, so that we can try our best to win.
Definitely, if you take the extras out of the equation, you would have won the match at this point. What was the problem in the running between the wickets? Because we saw quite a few blunders when it comes to that. So what was your call towards the team, that what can be worked on for the next game with you and the ENA?
Yeah, like that needs the particular day practicing and the exercising the lack of the practice that we had, because we had less time we had to practice about that particular matches. So not the anything bad about the team, just we learn from the mistakes and come back.
Thank you so much. Best of luck for the next match, and we'll see you next week. Thank you. Can we have the winning captain? We meet again. So last time you told us that we will win this match and perhaps go and beat ENA in the finals. So incredible bowling. So what is one word of encouragement that you can give to your team?
First of all, we are very thankful to Samaung E&A who organized this tournament. And, our team played very well today, as we planned. So we won the match, and Samaung Tigers played very well, I think. But bowlers bowled very good. So we are very thankful to MD. They join us.
Thank you. You bowled really well. You were very energetic throughout the field. I think he has the most amount of energy, right, in the field. So you were jumping around, you were cheering them on, and you kept the pressure. Was the fielding was a very decisive factor apart from the bowling?
First, I think that we have to win this match because we want to play the final. But all the best to Samaung Tiger for next match.
Thank you so much, and congratulations. Hopefully we'll see you in the finals again at the Noida Stadium. So before we conclude, we have to give two crucial awards. First, I would like to request so we can have you.